Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriors Stephen Curry drops hint on availability for Raptors game after win vs Knicks. So much for Stephen Curry sitting out on the Golden State Warriors 4-game Eastern Conference road trip. After leading his team to a 110-99 win over the New York Knicks on Thursday, the 35-year-old went out of his way to hint he'd be playing on the second leg of Golden State's back-to-back against the Toronto Raptors. "Oh, yeah," Curry quipped when a team staffer ended his post-game media availability because the Warriors needed to catch a flight to Toronto. "I'm gonna get a good night's sleep, too, 'cause I don't want to be tired." Curry made headlines earlier this week by directly pushing back on the notion he was a bit fatigued coming out of the All-Star break. Following the Dubs' disappointing home loss to the defending champion Denver Nuggets on Sunday, Steve Kerr told reporters he thought Curry was playing a bit tired. "Steph has looked tired to me the last couple games," he said. "It makes sense, the All-Star game stuff, not getting much of a break, 3 games in 4 nights, the whole deal. He looks a little tired. This is all part of the season and he'll bounce back." Kerr later suggested Curry could miss a game on Golden State's road trip to get some rest. Less than an hour later, the 4-time champion insisted his shooting struggles were simply related to the law of averages rather than any extra fatigue. "No," Curry said when asked if he felt tired. "It's why they're called averages. You've got the highs and the lows of it. The standard that you set when you don't meet it, there are questions. Are your legs tired? No, you just miss shots and you keep shooting. It's part of the nature of being available and playing every game." Clearly, the only additional rest Curry plans to get before the Warriors return to the Bay Area will come ahead of Friday's matchup with the Raptors. He was never going to sit out at Madison Square Garden, let alone for Sunday's marquee matinee with the Boston Celtics. After playing in the Dubs' win over the Washington Wizards, their tilt with Toronto was Curry's last effective option for rest. Wrong or not about his veteran superstar's fatigue, it's safe to say Kerr will be pleased to have him on the floor against the Raptors. Major details emerge about Andrew Wiggins' Warriors' absence. A big reason that the Golden State Warriors have experienced some up-and-down performance during the 2023-24 NBA regular season has been the constant shuffling of their lineup. Head coach Steve Kerr has had to deal with injuries and suspensions, as the Warriors haven't been whole very often this season. Recently, it looked like they would be turning a corner. Chris Paul returned to the lineup after a 21-game absence this week, and Gary Payton, too, has also gotten healthy. Draymond Green has been able to avoid any more suspensions, remaining in the lineup as well. Unfortunately, right as things look to be turning around, the team is faced with another obstacle. Starting small forward Andrew Wiggins is going to miss his second consecutive game on Thursday night when Golden State travels to take on the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden. Wiggins is dealing with a personal family matter and is currently away from the team. How long this absence will be is anyone's guess. Kerr opted against providing any details, wanting to keep the matter private for Wiggins. "Don't know," Kerr said, via Anthony Slater of The Athletic. "We'll obviously respect Andrew's wishes for this to remain private. Personal reasons. This is the second straight season Wiggins will have been away from the Warriors for a personal matter. He missed the final 25 games of the 2022-23 NBA regular season to attend to the matter, returning right before the NBA playoffs got underway. He didn't miss any postseason games, playing in all 13 the Warriors had and averaging 34 minutes per game. Last season, there were only a handful of people within the organization who knew what Wiggins was dealing with, and Kerr was one of them. That dynamic remains the same this time around, as Kerr is in touch with Wiggins but isn't providing anything beyond they expect him back at some point. With Wiggins out of the lineup, Kerr turned to Moses Moody. Moody was previously buried in the rotation but has a chance to receive regular minutes for as long as Wiggins is sidelined. things could change, as Paul and Klay Thompson are both coming off the bench currently, but for now, they are expected to stay in those roles with Moody in the starting five. Former Warriors star makes shocking Steph Curry statement. Golden State Warriors legend Andre Iguodala has always been one of Steph Curry's most vocal supporters. Defending Curry any chance he has gotten over the years, Iguodala has consistently spoken on how great Golden State's point guard is as a person and a player. Iguodala's history of defending Curry made his recent comments on the Russillo pod very surprising, as the 2015 Finals MVP said he would take Kyrie Irving over Curry for the final shot of a game. Kyrie Irving, it's not even close, Iguodala said. For the last-second shot, I'm going with Kyrie. You're talking about fear factor at any given moment or for like that moment, Kyrie. On why Irving over Curry, Iguodala added, with Steph, I think he's shown, at least proven to teams that you can double him, and if you can just try to get the ball out of his hands, then I guess that's the way to combat him. But with Kyrie, he's just so good. You can't get the ball out of his hands. Allen Iverson said Kyrie was the best ball handler in NBA history, and I've been told that I was crazy for saying that. But with Kyrie, you talk about fear factor. You ask anybody in the league, that's a scary guy to see. This was certainly surprising to hear from Iguodala. In a chat with the Ring's Ryan Russell, Warriors legend Andre Iguodala revealed which player he's more scared of taking the final shot of a tie game. Instead of picking either of his backcourt teammates, Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, he chose the guy they clashed with during 3 different finals, Kyrie Irving. I'm going with Kyrie, said Iggy. You're talking about fear factor at any given moment or for like that moment, Kyrie. With Steph, he's proven to teams that you can double him. And if you can try to just get the ball out of his hands, then I guess that's the way to combat him. But with Kyrie he's just so good like you can't get the ball out of his hands. Allen Iverson said Kyrie was the best ball handler in NBA history, and I've been told that I was crazy for saying that. You talk about fear factor, when you ask just about anyone in the league, that's a scary guy. Kyrie Irving may be somewhat controversial over his beliefs and quotes, but his game is widely revered in the NBA community, and for good reason. Kyrie Irving's skill with the ball is unprecedented and his amazing handles have raised the bar for every point guard moving forward. In the biggest moments, Irving is arguably at his best and his track record for stepping up in the clutch is among the more impressive aspects of his career. Irving, an 8x All-Star, is already a lock for the Hall of Fame. Boasting career averages of 25.9 points, 5.2 assists, and 51 rebounds per game, 49.5% shooting, he's considered among the best guards in modern basketball history. While he's not on Stephen Curry's level, Irving's reputation as a big-time shot maker rivals that of anyone in the league, and it's earned him the respect of his peers, like Andre Iguodala and other former players. The 2016 Finals may be the direct reason why Kyrie Irving's clutch play left such a strong impression on Andre Iguodala. He had a front-row seat to, perhaps his greatest show ever. That summer, after coming off a tough Thunder series, Golden State was hoping to win back-to-back titles and cement their place in history. Instead, they lost the series thanks partially to their own mistakes and the sheer greatness of the Cavaliers duo, LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Together, the duo led the Cavaliers to a massive 4-3 series win, which stands as one of the greatest comebacks in NBA history. The highlight of that comeback came in Game 7, with the very finals itself on the line. After LeBron's amazing game-saving block a few plays before, Irving rose for a clutch three-pointer, which he nailed with ease. The Cavaliers took the lead with that shot and went on to win the game to secure the franchise's first title. Based on that moment alone, Kyrie Irving has built his reputation as a clutch performer, and now he's got veterans like Andre Iguodala having nightmares over his late-game heroics. Since leaving the Cavaliers, Irving has yet to win anything of note, and his latest venture with the Mavericks has yet to bear fruit after a season and a half. Even so, what he did in Cleveland will always shape how he is remembered. For Stephen Curry, his 4 championships are proof that he's just as capable of getting the job done, but he can be easier to contain than Uncle Drew, who has the ability to create space for a shot like nobody else in the league. Even today, he imposes fear in his opponents with his sheer talent and the myriads of ways he can make you pay by putting the ball through the net. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation Andre Iguodala? Leave your opinion in the comments.